I do want to know what you thought of the movie.
It is good. It's a lot to process because I can't believe I'm still in it. But it's good. I think I'll have to watch it a couple times to actually hear it. But it's visually thrilling. I mean, that's such a hokey thing to say, but it's so true. And I was surprised by how emotional it is, I would say.
Wow.
Take us through the process of the secret auditions and getting the final phone call and then realizing that now you are going to be part of one of the biggest movies in movie history.
And who you called first?
I don't remember who I called for. I got a call the last day of the second season of Girls when we were shooting, and they said, "Do you want to fly out and meet JJ and talk about it?" So it was just a meet and greet kind of thing first, and then it was then he flew out to New York a month or so later and talked about it more and just laid out the plot because there's no script to read. And then Kathy Kennedy came out to New York and again kind of walked through the part and officially offered it to me. And then I still was thinking about it. And then after that meeting, I got in the car and called her back after I just walked out the door and said, "Yeah, I think it would be a good idea. You know, I would like to do it." And then it turned into months of like schedule. This is a boring answer, but
not at all.
No, we're very interested. I mean, you're being cast in Star Wars.
It was months of schedule because I had to do Girls at the same time. So they worked it out where I'd shoot a week of Girls and then fly and shoot a week of Star Wars. It all became very technical. I forgot that it was Star Wars, and then walked into for the first costume fitting, and that was the first time that where I saw everyone's drawing of their characters that first hit me. It's a Star Wars movie.
What was your first experience with Star Wars to then where you fast forward and then you walk in and you see all the costumes?
I think very much like my friends' kids now, I knew of the movies before. Like all my friends' kids know everything about them, but have yet to see them. I think just through like the toys and merchandising, and it was like me. I like knew all the toys. I would buy things at garage sales, and my dad had a stormtrooper helmet that he would put on and chase my sister and I around the house to scare us. And
and now this would be happening in real life.
Yeah, right. Now I have all the stormtrooper helmets I want, and it's been covered for Christmas for the next 10 years. So it was that. Then that's how I don't remember like sitting down and watching them all. They just always kind of seemed to be a part of my DNA, I guess.
But that's the thing is, it's a part of so many people say it's part of their DNA. It's like cross-generational. It's like the Wizard of Oz in the sense that it's so timeless. But to work on a film where you are working with these actors who made the original 3 films, like what was that like for someone who was such a big fan, who was part of their DNA?
Well, it's daunting, I guess, at first, but they couldn't be more generous and demystifying that any kind of preconceived notions that you have of what they're going to be like. Or they're very much just they want to do. They still have that youthful ambition and making it good and doing a good job. And they weren't like, let me sit you down and tell you what this experience is going to be like. They were very like generous and all the Star Wars. I guess vocabulary that you have, you try to not think about as much as possible and just break it up into pieces like you would with anything else. Like while we're young, what we were just talking about, and just solve those moments, and then hopefully at the end, what it all adds up to, I leave to JJ.
Lupita said when she was reading the script, she really had to decipher what she was reading because there's so many different little characters. Did you have that same difficulty when reading the script of
for sure,
having to pay close attention to what everything was?
Yeah, you really got to make a chart of like who is Mantz? But I think that's the strength and why those movies are so great, is they're filled with so many details that people have taken and ownership of and added their own stories to why people are called what they're called, and why is that droid in the back, and what is it? And I think that's what I'm repeating myself. I guess strength of the movie.
Well, listen, Rilo is evil.
Kylo.
Kylo
Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren is evil.
Yeah.
And we think he's evil. I mean, but that's a point. Like, what do we know about this character? What can you talk about Kylo Ren, about how, and also staying in character, playing Kylo Ren?
Yeah, I would say that he's very unpolished and unfinished. That JJ and Larry, when they wrote it, I think did a good job of keeping all the things that people normally associate with the dark side, but we thought it would be less fun to kind of play evil. That didn't seem like it was really fun to play. So we had to make him a person. So we thought of him more of trying to be right. That he thinks it's less about being evil, but more trying to be right. Because I think when you're right, you feel morally justified to do whatever you want to get what it is that you're after. I don't think I answered the second part of your question.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I guess that what people, the uniformity and being in control that people normally associate with the dark side, there's a bit of that, but it's more, I'd say, reckless and more ambitious in this one.
And also just thinking ahead. I mean, this is just the first in a new set of movies. I think we got like the spin-offs. But what do you think about how Kylo Ren is going to evolve throughout the next couple of films?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Oh, right, of course.
how that life will go. I'm not quite sure. Maybe he doesn't make it. I'm not sure. It'll be very, very clear, though, hopefully.
On the final day of filming, was like once they yell cut and you're wrapped, was there anything you took from set where you said, yep, I got to take this, sorry?
No, those Disney people are very crazy. They're intense. You try to walk away with like a napkin and they'll chase you down and find you. I tried my best. I wanted all sorts of stuff, but they're, security, they're big guys. No, even we just finished it really a couple weeks ago, so I can't remember what I took.
The helmet.
And I took it. Well, I would say that, but then again, the Disney people.